Violence and alcohol. Who would have thought? As much as we might like to pretend that it's not the case, men are violent. It's in our nature. Fortunately, nature does not always have the final word on the matter. For the most part, at least in our personal interactions, we manage to keep our violent tendencies on a leash. We're able to restrict ourselves to verbal warfare and other kinds of one-upmanship. We provide ourselves with various sporting and competitive outlets, or, the occasional war. All socially acceptable ways of channeling our violence. Unfortunately, there are at least two things that undermine our capacity to control our violence, and these usually go together. They are alcohol and the tribe. Alcohol removes our inhibitions. There's a startling revelation for you. Not surprisingly then, when you grease a verbal confrontation between two men with a little alcohol, physical violence will almost always follow. Although some violence is private, unfortunately, much of it is public and serves a social role. Men, like most animals, seek to establish a strong position within the tribe and to gain the fear and respect of other members of the tribe. Violence within the tribe serves to establish the hierarchy. Violence between two men from different tribes not only serves to establish a hierarchy of tribes, but also to build up a man's prestige and status within his own tribe. It's not surprising then that when groups of people, tribes, are out drinking on a Friday or Saturday night, violence frequently erupts between the men. Can any of us actually, genuinely be surprised by this? Disapproving, yes, but surprised, caught unawares? Surely not. Given the mixture of men, alcohol, and tribalism, it would be astonishing if violence were not to erupt. There appears to be an increase in this kind of violence across Australia in recent years. Whether this is actually the case or whether the apparent increase reflects a change in the policing and reporting of these events is very difficult to say. Either way, there's clearly a problem here. The social restraints which are normally operative break down in such situations. Alcohol is clearly an issue. Perhaps we will never change this, though, until the same television program that before the commercial break is expressing its sincere concern about such events, following the commercial break is showing images of people having fun at New Year's events and of sporting teams having fun while celebrating a victory. It's not much use bemoaning such violence if, in the next breath, we're bragging about how pissed we were the other night. Besides, despite all our protestations, getting pissed still seems to be a cool, fun thing to do. Australian society is experiencing something of a dissociative episode at the moment concerning this issue. On the one hand, we're rightly appalled by the violence that's occurring. On the other hand, we can't yet shake the idea that to have fun means to get pissed. We continue to extol the virtues of drunkenness and show not only tolerance but even fondness for the drunken larrikin. Yet that same larrikin will be punching someone in a moment and we'll all be surprised and appalled. In the next breath, though, I'll be called a wowser for pointing out the problem. They're only having fun, I'll be told. Well, in the end, I'm quite happy to have found my role in life, my niche, that of an old, grumpy, antisocial killjoy.